Kiki from class 25TX with number ID 254111173. Okay, right now we talk about mathematical models in economic and business. One basic concept of mathematical models. A mathematical model in economic and business is an analytical tool that simplifies relationship between economic and business factors into a logical and structured from tire foundation is in equation. The objective is to understand, analyze, and predict how a change in one factor will influence another. Core components: variable, for whose value can change. Example: the quantity of good, demand, price, consumer income. Constants and parameters, value considered fixed or stable within a specific problem context. They determine the specific form and position of the relationship between variable. Relationship, the way that factors influence each other, e.g. if price increases, the quantity demanded tends to decrease. 2. Primary application in business economic. The model is applied in almost every aspect of business decision making. Market analysis, demand and supply. This is the most fundamental applications model are used to explain. 1. Demand function, so that the price of a good and the quantity demanded by consumer have an inverse relationship. If price goes up, demand goes down. Supply function, so that the price of a good and quantity offered by producers have a direct relationship. If price goes up, supply goes up. 3. Market equilibrium. The model is used to find a single point, price and quantity, where the buyer's wishes demand meet the seller wishes supply. B. Cost and revenue analysis. Models are used by companies for planning and performance evaluation. Total cost, calculating the sum of fixed costs, e.g. rent, and variable costs, e.g. raw materials, to determine the total production expenditure. Total revenue, calculating how money following from the sale of a good or service. Break-even point, BEP, using the model to determine the minimum quantity of a good that must be sold for the company to avoid a loss, which is when total revenue equal total cost. C. Optimization, seeking the best. This is the most advanced function, using the concept of a change, rate of change, to maximize profit. The model helps determine the production level or selling price that yields the greatest profit. That occurs when the additional revenue from one extra unit, marginal revenue, is exactly equal to the additional cost to produce that unit, marginal cost. Minimize cost, the model can be used to find the most efficient combination of inputs, labor and capital, to ensure production costs reach their lowest point. D. Research planning, linear programming. This model is very useful in operational management for research allocation, determining the best way to allocate limited research, such as machine time, raw materials, or labor hours, to produce several types of product in order to achieve maximum profit. In this case, the model must work within the existing constraints, e.g. the factory only has machine e.g. the factory only has 100 machine hour per day. 3. Benefits in decision making. In summary, mathematical models provide the following benefits. Clarity, makes the relationship between factors clearer and more concise. Quantitative analysis, allow managers and economics to measure the impact of the change precisely. Numerically forecasting, help predict future trends such as estimate demand for the next year, which is crucial for production and inventory planning. Rationality. Business decision can be based on structured data and logical analysis rather than just intuition. 4. Type of relationship in the model. Mathematical model categories the relationship between variables in three main ways. 4. Definitional relationship identity. These are statements that are always true by definition. They serve the definite term with the model concept. Revenue is always equal to price multiplied by quantity. Function ensure that the basic calculation in the model are always constant. B. Behavioral relationship. This is the core the model explaining how economic again consumer producer act in response to change. C. Equilibrium relationship. This is a specific condition that must be met for the economic system to be in a stable state where no party has an incentive to change decision. 5. Advanced application in business sensitive analysis. Once a model is built, e.g. profit model, managers to, use use it to perform sensitivity analysis. Objective to determine how sensitive the final result, e.g. total profit, is to small change in inputs, e.g. the price of raw materials, labor cost. B. Elasticity analysis. C. Growth and decline modeling. And D. Risk analysis. Thank you.